Okay, everybody, we have a special video here for SAPA Central. Um, what we're going to do today, this has nothing to do with SAPA or 2118 or anything gun related, but it's kind of an emergency. So what we're doing now is we have a resolution here in the state of Missouri. It's called HJR 79. What it is, it's a resolution that basically raises the thresholds for a ballot initiative process. In other words, they raise the amount of percentages of signatures you need, percentages of districts you have to put it in, and other things like that. And also, what really makes this bill kind of sinister is that the ballot language will not mention any of these the amount of signatures, the amount of districts and stuff like that that's being raised. It will not be mentioned in there, so no one's going to know about it. Now, I also have with me Patrick Holland of the Missouri Freedom Initiative, and he's going to come on here today and talk a little bit about this too. Patrick, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Hey there, thank you, Rich. Hey, it just struck me, that this is something for the very first time where the initiative actually technically agrees with the Democratic caucus up in Jeff City. This is something we agree with the Democrats on, which is basically don't mess with our ballot initiative, don't mess with our rights to literally get around the General Assembly if we need to. And it's not like they're taking it away, but what they're doing is they're making it harder. Now, I just want to report on this real quick. Our group came up with a better idea of handling this that would satisfy the requirements of the Senate and the House. And that information was given to a specific senator, I'm not going to say who it is at this time, who has not gotten back to us, has not emailed us, he's not even acknowledged that we gave him the idea, and so probably not incorporated. But the fact of the matter is, they pushed this through the House very quickly. Look how many bills we're tracking this year, KC.
Yes.
We're tracking a bunch of bills, and all of them have been stuck on Blocker's desk. This one sailed right through in February. This was a high priority for them, and they tried to get it through without people knowing about it. So now that we know, we're asking for everyone to call their Missouri state senator and tell them to say, tell your senators vote no on this. There are better ways to do this, and no one's listening. No one in the Senate's listening right now for whatever reason. So I think it's incumbent upon all of us to email and call our senators and let them know what our opinion is on this. But once again, our opinion, is the same as it's always been. This is a case, this bill takes away a little bit of power from the people and brings it to Jefferson City, to the General Assembly. That's what this bill does.
Yes, and something else I want to bring up. All right, now I've got the bill pulled up here under Section B. It says, all right, the official ballot title of the amendment proposed in Section A shall be as follows. In other words, this is what's going to read on the ballot when people go to vote for or against this. It says, shall the Missouri Constitution be amended to, 1, allow only citizens of the United States to qualify as legal voters. Most people are going to say, yeah, that's great. And it's going to say, require initiative petitions proposing to amend the Constitution to be reviewed by the voters in each congressional district. And people are going to say, yeah, and that's fine too. And then it's going to say, and require initiative amendments to the Constitution to be approved by a 2/3 vote. Now, that's all it's going to say on the ballot itself. What they're not telling you is, let me pull this up. We're going to back up here at the beginning. And we got a Section 50 here. You'll see it. It says, initiative petitions proposing amendments to the Constitution shall be signed by, at this point it's 8% of the legal voters, but they're going to raise it to 10% of the legal voters, making it that much harder, making it close to impossible for the average person to put something on the ballot, as far as going out and getting votes. And also it says here, registered to vote in Missouri and citizens of the United States in each of the, as of this time it's supposed to be 2/3, but they want to raise it to each of the congressional districts in the state. In other words, they're making it that much harder logistically for the average person to go out and put something on the ballot. And they're not showing that in that ballot language that I just read to you. No one's going to know about that when they read that when they go to vote. And let's see. And also at this time, anytime you want to put something, a constitutional amendment, it just requires a majority. But what they say, I'm going back to this ballot language here. It says require initiative amendments to the Constitution to be approved by a 2/3 vote. Currently, it's only a majority, but they're not telling you that. They're just telling you a 2/3 vote. So in other words, they want this. They want all these petitions coming afterwards be reviewed by the voters and everything to be, I guess, transparent. Yet they're not being transparent here. They're not telling you they're raising these different percentages, raising the thresholds that people are going to require, in order to get petition, your initiative put on the ballot. That they're not telling you that part. So basically, they're not very, very transparent themselves. This is basically a power move to make it harder for the average citizen to either enact the law themselves that the legislature won't do, or to try to stop a law that the legislature tries to shove down our throats. They want to take this power away from us. I was at a hearing a while back for let's see, it was SJR 3137. There were similar ballot initiative bills, and I remember Senator Onder at that hearing saying at that time that a lot of states didn't even have ballot initiatives. Basically, it sounded like he's saying he wasn't here either. But what they want to do is they want to make it very hard, if not impossible, for the average person to put something on the ballot, create a ballot initiative, and yet at the same time not actually take it away. That's
to me what Senator Onder was saying was, hey, listen, I'm going to take your meal from you, but I'm going to leave you some crumbs. Be happy I'm leaving you some crumbs. That's almost the way he presented it when in that meeting. Let me ask you one more question, Casey.
Sure.
Okay, so they're taking away well, not taking away. That is not the right. They're making it harder for us to get a ballot initiative with this ballot initiative bill.
Exactly.
Are they making it more difficult on themselves in the General Assembly to get a ballot initiative done?
No.
They're not. So that's just for the people.
Just
that's
for the
not
people.
For the politicians.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. So my original assessment then is 100% correct. They're sipping away power from the populace in the state with this bill.
Yes.
They're sipping away power. Now, it's not a lot of power. It's a little bit of power, but everything matters, especially at this day and age. They're sipping away a little bit of power from the people and bringing it to themselves, the General Assembly in Jefferson City.
Exactly.
Well, I say we all say no to this. There are better ways to handle this. There are much better ways. I know what their fears are. We've been calling and talking to some people in our group. We know what their fears are, and there are better ways to handle this bill without shoving this one through as stealthily and as quickly as possible. But at the same time, we're not hearing anything back, no feedback. Give it a year. We can come up with a better solution. And so that's kind of what our message is. We say no to any bills this year that have to do with ballot initiatives, and we regroup next year and we come up with a much better way of handling it. What do you think to that, Casey, Rich?
I would definitely agree. And something else I want to add here real quick while we're still doing this. Okay, you see HJR 79, I got it up here on the screen. Now, the reason why we're talking about this is because tomorrow morning in Jefferson City at the Capitol, I'm going to pull this up right here, April 11th, that's tomorrow. You have a public hearing scheduled. Oh, wait a minute, I said April 11th. That's, I'm sorry. Public hearing is scheduled tomorrow, Wednesday, April 13th at 10 a.m. at the Senate Committee Room 1. Now, I will be there, and I know one other person's going to be there, and there's probably going to be more, and I'm basically putting the word out here so that anybody hearing this who wants to come up there and testify against this, you're more than welcome to. You'll just show up at Senate Committee Room 1. Once you get in the Capitol, you can ask for directions, and they'll send you to the place, and you can go in there and you'll fill out a little form or whatever, and then when they start taking testimonies, you'll be able to get up there and present your testimony too and talk out against this. And like I said, it's kind of an emergency thing, so I'm basically putting on this channel because I know I've got people that are interested in this, and I'm getting this out, getting the word out so that they know, and we need to get up there and speak out against this. We got to kill this thing, because what makes this one different from the other ones is this has already passed the House, and so it's in the Senate now. The other ones are either in the House or in the Senate and hasn't gotten out of either one. Two other bills, SJR 31, 37, which are similar. They made it out of committee in the Senate, but they haven't moved since. This is the one they're trying to push. This is the one they're trying to sneak through and shove down our throats, in a stealthy manner without us knowing about it. And like I said, they just put up this public hearing today. It's not given much time to, check it out and give you a chance to get there. But anybody can make it tomorrow. Again, that'll be at the Capitol in Jefferson City. It's going to be at 10 a.m. That's on tomorrow at Wednesday, and it's going to be Senate Committee Room 1. Once you get there, you can ask somebody for where that's at, and they'll send you'll be able to get there. It's not that hard to find. But,
just let's say this again. It's tomorrow, April 13th.
Yes.
That way, if someone watching this, a week from now, understand it's already passed.
Yes. And it's Wednesday.
Okay. Wednesday. Yep.
All right. Now, do you have anything else you want to add, Patrick?
Nope, I think we covered it real well. I think the best route that we could take as a people in Missouri to preserve our freedoms is to say no to this bill next year, and we have better ideas, but the Senate doesn't want to acknowledge these better ideas right now. So, but we the people need to prevail in this. Now keep in mind, one more thing, if we fail, and this goes through the Senate, we still have another chance to stop it, and that's in the Missouri ballot in November of this year. So everyone to keep it. In fact, it could be on the primary ballot, but I doubt it. I think it would go on the general election ballot.
Yeah. But what we really want to do is kill this thing now, not let it get through. That way, make it a lot easier on ourselves.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. All right. That's it. And I'm going to put an end to this. And again, everybody, if you can show up tomorrow, do it. Or if you can't show up, let me give you the, let's see, the committee this is in. It's Local Government and Elections Committee. Man, come on, I can't find it fast enough. Hang on here, just give me a minute, folks.
But we've talked about this bill while you're doing that, Casey. We've talked about this bill quite a bit in the Missouri Freedom Initiative, in our live streams, and even a little bit in some of the standalone videos. But guys, this is an example of how your government can slowly take away power from you. Like, for instance, a gun control bill. And it's seemingly small and innocuous, but it's nibbling away at your freedoms. That's what this bill is too. I want you to equate it to a gun control bill that doesn't take away your right to own firearms, but nibbles away at your right to own firearms, slowly but surely, incrementally over time. That's the way they like to operate.
Okay, I've got this pulled up, guys. The Senate committee it's in now is Local Government and Elections. Sandy Crawford is the chairwoman. You have Lincoln Huff, Senator Jason Bean, Senator Rick Bratton, Senator Dan Hegeman. You got two Democrats, Senator Angela Mosley and Senator Greg Razor. Now, you can feel free to call any of these people up and tell them that you're against this against this piece of legislation before they even show up at the committee hearing tomorrow. That would be great. Be a good start for them. What do you think, Patrick?
I think that'd be a great start.
Okay.
So let's do it, gang. Let's pull together on this one. Once again, this is what the Freedom Initiative is all about. We're just about freedom for the people, the constitutional rights for the people, the Bill of Rights, the natural rights, the God-given rights. Give it a name. It doesn't matter. And in this instance, the General Assembly is wrong. They're wrong. They were wrong to pass this through the House. And I know they know it was wrong. But they felt they didn't have any better options, I think. Thursday night, and we'll talk about the reasons why they want this bill. But it's irrelevant at this point. There are better options than what they're trying to do right now.
Okay, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and end this video. All right. With that said, thanks for watching. If you like what you heard, spread the word.